Guys, told you get a second video today, and you're gonna get it. Unfortunately, I couldn't find anything about the Wolf Riders, which is very sad, because that sounded so awesome. I couldn't find anything, which is unfortunate, but never fear, I have got a second topic for you guys today. And today, well, I'm pretty sure you all knew I was going to do this at some point. As soon as I started this channel, we are beaming straight up into space and then straight back down to Earth. Because today, while we are glancing over the topic of little green men from Mars, we are covering the Men in Black. And it's not just a very funny film with Will Smith. Sorry, I know that joke was in poor taste, but I had to say it. It was fun. Right. So let's jump straight in. Obviously we all know, we should all know the idea of the Men in Black. Show up to cover up messes to supposedly do with, as I said, the men from space. So obviously it was more than likely to assume that they were there at Roswell. I haven't looked in. I think the incident at Roswell is going to have to be something entirely different, probably its own separate video, but I just thought I'd bring it up because it's related. Right, jumping straight back in. So, remember, like I usually described in two ways. The first one is obviously how they're depicted in the film, the comics, and apparently in real life, which is they cover up alien mishaps and tell everyone to shut the hell up about it. So, yeah, that's the first one. The second one is just your standard government agent types trying to protect trying to protect government and national secrets, blah blah blah. So you got two there. You got one that's the one that's very loose with the term, and the other one which is kind of good and secure. Take whichever one you want, however you want it. That's just the way I found it out. So, obviously with sightings of UFOs dating back way far, we're obviously going to get ufologists, and obviously they're going to have supposed encounters with these Men in Black. I'm gonna share a few. I think it's about 4 that I wrote down. There's one that I didn't understand, and it very confused me, and I think I'm gonna cover that one first. So there was this guy, I can't remember his name. Gray Backer, I think it is. I can't remember the name of the guy that published it, but the guy that it's about is called Gray Backer, and he wanted his friend, who was 18 at the time, to make up a ruse about, I think it was the Men in Black. It was either about the Men in Black or UFOs. It was one or both. And apparently he did, which he published, and apparently it described an encounter with the UFO, blah blah, and apparently 3 guys in, that was it, 3 UFO inhabitants that were like, I can't remember how they were described, but yeah, it was something like that, and it made my head hurt, mainly because it wasn't about the Men in Black, it was about a UFO encounter, and possible abduction. I don't know, it confused me, and that's why I left it out, and it's still making my head hurt trying to figure it out. So thankfully I don't have to think about that again. Right, jumping straight back in. The first encounter we've got, that I found, is in 1947. So it's not as far back as probably it is, but it's the first one that I found that kind of has a solid date. So it's the first one I'm going with. So the guy is called H. Dahl. I really don't want to say first names because, it could lead to very specific things. So there's a guy called H. Dahl, who in 1947, ufologist, looking out for UFOs stuff, looking them up and stuff, and apparently he got visited by these supposed Men in Black, and they apparently intimidated him to stop him doing it. So just from that first story, we've got establishment of covering up the aliens, if there are any. We've got intimidation, and we've got supposed corporate involvement. It's already starting to sound like a very bad plot novel. Right. So before I get into that, I should mention as well. I don't know if any of this is related to Area 51. I couldn't find that out. If it, I genuinely, when I was looking it up, in notes, it was actually just links to all these people's books, or books, just general books as well. So it was a bit difficult. So it's a bit difficult to say for definite whether or not it's about 51 or not. But I'm going to assume that there's going to be at least something out there that's got to do with it. All right. Anyway, next incident. Next guy, A.K. Bender. I promise you, it is not Futurama. Anyway, guy called A.K. Bender, 1950s. So, possibly 3 to 13 maybe years on. No. 3, yeah, about 3 to 13. Screw it. So obviously none of the ufologists we've got. There's going to be a running theme of what the people are in these. So yeah, this is in the 1950s. Apparently he claims. So he was investigating. I'm going to assume he was investigating sightings and stuff, and I assume I can't remember when the crash Roswell happened actually, but I think it was around this time. So he was probably looking into that as well. Apparently, government types came up to him, told him off, and told him to stop doing it. I don't know if he stopped. I don't know if he carried it on. I don't know. Actually, to be honest, I don't know if he's still doing it because it only said 1950s. I don't know if it was late 1950s, early 1950s. For all I know, he could be 60 right now and he could still be doing it. Alright, anyway, next guy, Jay Keel. So this guy, so I think he was probably about. Is probably he probably had something to do with UFOs. I can't remember because I wrote down cliff notes, spark notes, whatever. So I think he had an encounter or something like that, and and then he had an encounter with these men in black who told him to cut it out, and then they left. The way he described them was as demonic supernaturals. I know that we're talking about aliens and supposed government cover-ups here, but that is really quite funny. So, alright. I know it's in the Giants Court. I know on the Giants Court they got a little bit weird because I basically suggested that there could be giants or there was giants living on Earth. But I love the idea of the supernatural being real and demons policing us to stop investigating aliens. I don't know why, but that sounds both funny and awesome. I'd love to see that as a film. It just sounds like a great film. Oh, I don't know if it's starring it though. Getting off topic. Alright, and the last guy. Oh, that's gonna stay with me for a while. Oh, I first read that, I was like crying with laughter. It was so funny. Freaking demons policing us about aliens. My god. Alright, last guy. Jay Clark. So I'm gonna assume it's following the same pattern as these guys. So ufologist, something to do with a UFO, he has an encounter, tells them to cut it out, and they leave again. But this guy says that I don't know if they did that actually. Oh well. Either way, he had an encounter, and apparently I don't know where he got this from, but apparently they're supposed to represent experiences that don't. I'm not even doing that on purpose or sarcastically. That is genuinely how it was written when I found it. Genuinely, like experiences, like that is genuinely how it's written in an article that I read. Experiences. And I'm not doing this as a sarcastic thing. It genuinely is how I wrote it down from the article. Experiences that don't seem to occur within the natural consensus of reality. I think what that means is how we perceive reality. Because for all we know, there could be some freaking race out there, I don't know, looking at us through a much more powerful telescope. I don't know. I don't know jack about all this stuff. I just thought it'd be. I was just thinking about it. I looked over at one of my, I think my shelf over there, and I think I saw Men in Black. I think or some, or Doctor Who or something. And I think my brain just went, "Oh yes, that could be a fun topic." No, hang on. No, that's wrong. I tell a lie. That is not what I did. What I did is I actually went into Google and looked up modern urban myths because I wanted to do something a bit more modern and probably a bit more fun for you guys. Considering, guys, it's been all really old stuff lately. So, and I saw that and my brain went, yes. Sorry, I still just love the Jake Heel thing. Oh, that's so funny. I really want to see that as a film now. Freaking demons policing us about investigating aliens. Oh my god, who would star in that? Because there's obviously going to be one guy that does it that won't give it up. I'll think about that later. I'll flesh that one out later. Alright, guys. I think that about covers it for this one. There's not really a lot to get into because it's one of the, as I said, it's a modern urban myth, so it means that it's like real. It's like people claiming to have been attacked by Slender Man. In real life, it's like it's one of those ones where it's like it's one of those ones where it's like it could be a thing, but it could also be people, playing or messing about with it. So I don't know. Also, while I was doing this, I resisted the urge to look up Raid Area 51. I resisted so hard. I actually watched a live stream of that. It was rather entertaining to say the least. So anyway, I am happy though that like probably lesser known area of American Nevada, I think, got the attention that it wanted. There was actually, sorry, before I wrap this up or say anything else, there was actually a really funny meme that came out of it. The US Air Force tweeted, I think they tweeted something like, what was it? It was like, if you don't raid us, we'll release the Obi-Wan saga or something like that. It's just fun. I just love stuff like that where even they get involved with it. It's great. Anyway, so that rounds it up. As I said, it's a modern urban myth, so it's one of those ones where it's like it's more down to sort of speculation and readings and probably paranoia, rather than something that could be that it might be hard concrete evidence, might not be. I genuinely don't know. But yeah, that about wraps it up. As I said, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. But I hope it was fun for you guys. So thanks for exploring this urban myth with me. I've been Alex, your myth explorer. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If there's something specific you want to see, old, modern, whatever, leave it in the comments and I will have a look at it the best I can. Other than that, I hope you guys have had a great day. I hope you guys have a great day again. I hope you enjoyed this one. Something else actually I want to do is, and you please don't be mean about it because I've seen that a lot in YouTube comments recently and it's really not that great. The other thing I really want to see is if you guys have had any personal experiences with stuff like this. Maybe not Men in Black, but I don't know, maybe a weird noise, something like that, or a sighting. Put it down below. I'm always happy to read people's experiences. I haven't had one myself, but as I said, that doesn't mean that I can't think that there is something cool out there, to poke. Oh god, if Bigfoot is real. I think, to be honest, if Bigfoot does end up being real, that could probably mean American tourism will skyrocket, as well as hunters. Probably poachers as well. Not different thing. I will probably end up covering Sasquatches. Alright, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. As I said, put down below if there's something specific you want me to have a look at, or if you want to put your own experiences there. I will happily read them. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys have enjoyed something a bit more modern, a more modern urban thing that also turned out to be rather more funny than I thought it was. Freaking demons, right? So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next myth. Until then, have a great day.